I thought generating income online required a capital investment, a complex corporate structure, or an elite skill. That assumption kept me frozen, so I waited. I told myself I needed to read one more book, take one more course, and wait for a better time. Months went by, and nothing changed. Then I finally discovered digital products, a way to build an income stream without the overhead of a traditional business. At first, I doubted the idea. I didn't think anyone would pay for something I made because I wasn't a certified expert. This diagram shows how the market actually works. We assume buyers want a meticulously detailed, complex solution, like this elaborate shape that gets rejected. In reality, they are looking for a simple tool that fits their exact problem and lets them move forward. The barrier to entry is a misunderstanding of what the market values. Buyers prioritize immediate, practical utility over professional credentials. I tested this by creating a minimum viable product. I took a specific workflow I had already figured out for myself, nothing groundbreaking, just a process I'd refined, and organized it into one clean, practical document. I put it online and got absolute silence. 0 sales, 0 messages. My first instinct was to delete the file and quit. Instead of quitting, I asked how I could make this specific document more useful to someone trying to follow that same process. I tightened up the phrasing, adjusted the layout to make it easier to read, and added small practical checklists. Launching to 0 sales provides the baseline data required to iterate your work until it actually solves a problem for another person. I uploaded that revised document, and shortly after, I got an alert. My first sale. The psychological shift was permanent. I had just generated income from an effort I had already finished. This block model shows the traditional economy. You trade 1 unit of time for 1 fixed unit of income. They are locked together. If you stop working, the income stops. But a digital file operates on 0 marginal cost. Once the initial asset is created, reproducing it requires 0 additional raw materials. The time investment freezes, while the product duplicates. A barrier drops between your schedule and your sales. You are no longer required to be physically present to fulfill the order. Look at the graph overlay. Your time invested stays flat on the horizontal axis, while your revenue potential curves upward. You have eliminated the labor bottleneck. Compare that to the physical goods model on the right. In that system, every new customer requires an equal step up in labor, materials, and shipping costs. With a digital asset, delivering your product to 100 people takes the same physical exertion as delivering it to 1. The value of the first sale is the mathematical leverage it unlocks. That single transaction proves you can achieve automated distribution. To scale, repeat that microprocess. Build a catalog of simple templates, notes, and guides that solve the specific problems you have already solved for yourself. The daily income stream is erratic. You will experience days with 0 sales, followed by sudden spikes. As those assets combine, the volatility of the early spikes gradually compresses. Over time, multiple small products raise your absolute floor, forming a stable baseline of background income. Because these products are built from your personal notes and refined workflows, they naturally find an audience of people who are currently where you were 6 months ago. You only need to be 1 step ahead of the person you are trying to help. Every month spent waiting to feel ready is a month of lost data. Starting today with your current tools gives you a mathematical advantage. Digital leverage is built by starting the cycle of imperfection before you feel ready.